and we are
EAY Blast.
And we're very happy and excited to be here. So, here, we keep talking about love, relationships, angaki. Now, all those conversations that we have around where? Around love and this emotion that we feel in our hearts,
Yes.
But what is love in the first place?
It's an emotion.
Mm-hmm.
A good emotion.
a good emotion.
It can also be bad, but it's good.
Love can be bad, Sharon. Not sense. True that. Like those people who kill you, they're like, I love you.
Yeah.
That's why I can't give it to anybody else.
Toxic love.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
There's something interesting you said. You said something is a choice. In your wisdom, in one of the videos we did, Vivian, you just you said something about it being a choice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Loving someone is a choice. You choose to love that person. You don't. It's a very it's a debatable topic. But basically you don't just your body doesn't like it doesn't like I can't love Sonia because I just love Sonia. I have to have made the choice to love Sonia.
So this takes me back to the point that we were talking about some time back, and we were talking about love at first sight, and Vivian was like, no, there is nothing like that. But there are people who actually think it is, like, and they have built their whole relationship on the concept and the ideology that they fell in love and lived happily ever after.
First, there's nothing like happily ever after.
Yes.
Yeah. No, let's just let's just build that down. No. That's just Disney. Let Disney do their thing, but I don't think there's anything like happily ever after. Life has its ups and downs.
Yeah, it does.
And I just echo what Vivian is saying about love being a choice. You can't rely on love the emotion only. The emotion is true.
Yeah, exactly.
You can actually feel like love in your heart.
Yeah, like you just see someone.
You're like,
oh man,
man, I love this guy.
Yeah.
Like it can be an emotion, but it has to go beyond an emotion if you want to sustain love. Like it's equal to I love you today, then tomorrow I'm like anyway, because emotions die. Emotions come and go, and you just forget. But when you now make the actual choice after you felt the emotion, now you do action towards it. Now the actions that show love. Being patient with the person,
because sometimes the emotion fades.
True. As married people, I mean, can you imagine?
Married people tell us how the emotion
exactly. I'm like, you start to be like, oh my gosh, it just makes me feel this kind of way. This kind of way. 5 years down the line, you look at the person,
like you smother that person in the
you're like, why am I even living with you? So if it's an emotion, none of us would really be committed to anyone in love.
Yeah.
Even just something as basic as siblings. Siblings can get to you in a certain way.
A certain
like a certain way.
Special my siblings.
Like
a special type of.
No.
I love my siblings to death.
But there's just a way. Like it's a special way. They just know how to get
so
you.
different, but it's so intense.
Yes, you're like.
The interesting part of listening to is Vivian and Sharon.
Yeah, they're literally here.
They're literally sisters.
Yeah.
And the way they are explaining it, but I love them to death. But it is special. Like it can even come like the small things, like let's say you're there, you're okay.
Just
like today morning, I can even give an example. Today morning, I woke up nicely because I had to wake up early to wash the house or something. So I'm there. I'm cleaning the kitchen. Then Sharon wakes up finally. Then she's like, "No, what did she ask me?"
I was asking if you're going to make tea or if I should make it for you.
It was that one, but
it was another one. Because they know you.
Yes, I can't even remember I was mopping. Then she asked me something and I just stopped. There's something she asked me, I can't remember, but I was like, why'd you ask me that? Can't you just like do things like it's like I'm just seated here, then I'm like, but why did you choose apple juice?
I'm like, what is your problem?
Yeah, like, let me just use that comment, yeah, chai. So, so are you gonna make tea? Maybe it's me, but I was like, you make if you want. Like me, I was okay either way. I don't know if it was because it was in the morning and I don't like being asked questions in the morning.
We just
like, why are you asking me these questions?
You can imagine how clean her intentions were and how innocent she was. Actually, just like, how do I help my sister this morning?
So yesterday, my younger sister, her name is Michelle. So she asks me, so was Grace there? Then I'm like, what are you asking me, child? Like, are you gonna just tell her yes?
I'm like, Vivian, I was there.
Like, I just felt so annoyed. I'm like, of course she was there. You knew she was there. Why are you asking me? You knew this. Why are you asking me?
The concept of love.
Point is,
Yes, you love me.
Hey, that one for siblings hits different.
But you love them.
Like completely. Like if you would come and find them in trouble, my friend, you can kill that person for them.
Yeah, I think that is when the aspect of what maybe you have been saying about it being a choice, like you. And I think also in that just showing love, it becomes a choice that yes, I don't know why I'm feeling angry at you asking me about tea, but anyway. You can make tea, anyway you can make tea. And Caleb, what is love?
Love is an emotion. It cannot be seen.
Yeah, it
or
cannot
touched,
be seen or touched.
but it can be felt.
It can be hey brother, it's romantic here, hey.
Yeah, and Jesus loved us. That's the best form of love we can explain.
We can actually have.
Yeah.
True. But then what happens when you see, like, we're talking about relationships, and we have seen people who are in toxic situations in the name of love. In the name of love, like, I love Sharon, but she insults me half the time. She's fighting me, and all. What then? Sharon looks like, I ain't saying that.
Well, I don't know. Personally, for me, I wouldn't find myself in such a situation because I feel like for me, before I even decide I want to get into this relationship with someone, that's when I said it's more than love. So I need to have figured myself out first for me to now know what things I would accept and what I would not accept in terms of love. Because the person, yes, he's beating me up, he's insulting me every day, but his reason is it's because I love you. I'm trying to show you that, which could be valid in the other person's eyes, but honestly, it's just a difficult.
It's a difficult place to be.
Yeah.
So Caleb, when love is not being shown in a manner that actually looks like love, what then?
I mean, it's a difficult question.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
No, wait, let me first start asking. There's the whole concept of having a crush, and those are our first feelings of serious emotional slapping you and getting you off balance, and we generally call them a crush. Did you choose who you were crushing on, or did the emotion just come and whatever was happening happened? And
You don't choose. You're not like, I will have a crush on you.
Exactly, right?
You don't.
Which means to some extent, while love is a choice maybe in some aspect, in also some aspect it is not.
Yes.
I don't know, is it making sense?
Yes, it's making sense.
Like, it is a choice. Like, I wouldn't wake up in the morning and say, or as a child I didn't wake up and go, my mother, and choose to love her, but for some reason I have grown up knowing she's my mother, and then you find there's actually a attachment somewhere that you can barely do 2 days without her, without feeling some kind of, who is she? I want to see her. You get that.
So others you didn't choose, just came upon you.
Yeah, that's what I'm actually trying to say, because I feel like if we then understand that, then we'll be able to address the issue, like what she was saying, when it is probably like violent or there's something happening that does not necessarily communicate love. Because we've seen I know of girls who are in campus, the guys who they are with are not their husbands per se, but the guy is violent and he's your boyfriend and you guys are still in campus.
And you're still with him.
Yeah, in the name of
Oh.
Amma, that is where the choice comes in, because Vivian decided like, that's where the choice comes in.
I think the question from me would be, why do you love this person? Because yes, sometimes you don't choose who you love, but if you're asked why do you love your mom,
You'd know.
you have an answer. Why do you love your husband? Why do you love your boyfriend? Like why? What is why are you feeling? Why is that your reason? Why is it that your reason is now what's overpowering everything else that's happening?
Oh, yeah, despite the fact that your mom will spank you at some point and stuff like that,
True,
but you
makes
still love
sense.
her. Maybe because she's my mom.
I mean, technically,
Like,
yeah.
as a Christian, I'm taught to love. Or
I mean, she's done quite a lot for you, even despite this.
well, yeah. So you kind of feel,
Yeah.
are you in love? Do you really love her, or do you feel obliged to love her?
But have you ever said that you're like, huyu mwanamke ananipenda kweli?
Yes. How many times as a child did I want to move out of home? Actually, I think severally told my parents. Oh yeah, for that reason, I was so convinced that one, I wasn't even a child in that home.
You're adopted.
Like,
I know I'm adopted.
like, you know,
Yeah,
because all the mathematics I was doing for
You're
what
like-
a loved child should be like. I
It's
don't know if you
not-
guys have seen the video that Vivian has done. The one that she's done, and she's just sharing her story, and she talks about how her imagination of what her teenage life would be her in her own room, having like a school phone with this purple pinkish color, and being the cool chick who everyone calls and all. And then she comes back to reality and she's like, I never even got my own room.
What's a phone?
I got your phone. But despite all that, she still loves her parents.
Yeah.
She still loves her parents. I think it's important then that we acknowledge that there are two aspects to love. There is that first subconscious, we call it a wave of emotion that would overpower you. And okay, I don't know if it would be the same with a crush, but I don't know if you had that reality check your crush. Oh god, when I had my first crush, I could not sleep. Like in the left, brother. Then I don't know how, but one day I woke up and looked at the guy and realized that I'm gonna line your white So
And before that,
looking at him and thinking, what even? That was the first. Then I had another crush. Now this other crush, again, he used to be called Philemon. I have sought the Lord.
Hey.
That time I think I was in class 4. I need redemption. So he was just like everything. So at that time, his energy, the way he just used to be stubborn in class,
You're like,
was it. Then one day I just look at him and then the teacher slaps him and I'm like, I don't know what he did. I think he was jumping over the desk and I go, was even
Like, what's with this guy?
Yeah. And I think that is, now I did not choose to look at the first. I was actually called Jason.
Hey, how do you even remember this name?
No,
Up until like I was like, I can't
actually
remember.
them. Because for me those were very significant times of my life. You know, like what is happening to you, young lady? Like, are you okay? And then it just went like that. But just thinking through it, there was not one point where I actually went, I think now, Philemon. It didn't. But when it came to the point, I was like, check. You're like,
Yes, I
was
like, no.
I'm done. I'm done. And looking back right now, I'm in a relationship, waiting to get married. And how it just happened and how things developed, it wasn't like I just woke up in the morning, I was like, I've seen that guy. I choose to love him. It wasn't like by the time I actually realized that, hey, I am in head over heels. It was a friend of mine who went, baby, let me ask you, what's going on between you and this guy?
So don't tell me you don't even know you're
just friends. And he's like, you really think you're friends? I'm like, yeah. And you keep calling, you keep struggling, wanting to know whether he's eaten or not. You sure you two are just friends? Yeah, there's nothing.
Like
There's nothing going on.
you trying to convince yourself. What is friends?
And then now making the choice that, okay, fine, now he's asked me out and I'm his girlfriend, and now I have to choose love every time.
Now beyond him.
Because there are times when you look at the guy, you're like, but then you're not married yet. Just in case you think we have already done. We're not married yet. And then now I think the aspect of love being a choice comes in, where now I'm like, alright, I just want to go discarding everyone just because I had a moment of feeling, and then suddenly I'm not feeling that anymore.
Yeah, true.
Next.
Yeah, it won't work like that.
So I think that aspect of love comes in. But I'd actually want to get Bob's perspective on the choice and not the choice, and what love pretty much is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.